Hello family, and welcome back to another video with yours truly, Shamanism, otherwise known as Emily. I'm an author, an entrepreneur, and a gardener, and I am here to help you grow into your next best version. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. So the subject of this video, after this car, see what I said about the traffic last time, guys? It's like a given. The subject of this video is coming outside. The beauty of nature and the importance of coming outside and being in nature. Seriously now, people. Seriously. So if you're wondering, why am I talking about this? It's because even though you would think that with all of us in isolation, everyone would come to realize the beauty and the value in being outdoors, in the fresh air. Especially in these days where we're forced to wear masks outside everywhere, you know, to protect our loved ones and friends and family and whatever, as the case may be. You know, you would think that it would cause us as humans to realize that, well, gee, our outside environment, this freedom that we have is really, really important. But there are other things too, like major health benefits. Guys, the endorphins, you know, first of all, it's a natural high, which I'm not saying you should seek a high. I'm just saying that the endorphins from exercising and being outside and sweating are beneficial. And even though there are definitely going to be days where you're like, yo, I do not want to exercise or walk or move or even breathe outdoor air, you should do it, because it really benefits your body to have more oxygen in your blood, more oxygen in your lungs, and it keeps your mind nice and open and clear. And I know that that sounds kind of like, woo, but it's true. So for instance, me, this morning, I was cold, believe it or not. I'm like roasting now, if you can't tell. My cheeks are a little rosy because it's like 80 degrees or 90, which is a sudden spike in temperature here where normally it would be, I don't know, like 70 or 80. It's just unseasonably warm because, you know, following 2020, 2021 still kind of cray-cray. So here we are. But anyway, for instance, today I got up, I was cold, so I thought, you know what else I can do to benefit my body that will help with the cold? And I did some yoga. So, and then I also followed up with another session of yoga later. And I'm not saying that you have to do just endless yoga, but what I'm saying is movement. And I mean, genuinely, it can be you just go for a walk. It can be you take a jog. You can go rollerblading, you can skateboard, you can, let's see, what else kind of fun things are there? I don't know, if you're lucky enough to have those cool aerial silk things, you can like do aerial silks, you can do gymnastics, you can go horseback riding, although that's more of a enjoyable thing. It's kind of less physical depending on what you're doing, unless you're like, I don't know, barrel racing? Anyone from the South? I never got to do that, actually. I've been a horseback rider for a very long time, for those of you who might not know that. Having said that, I haven't been actually on a horse in about probably 10 years, but I love them. They're beautiful, majestic creatures, and I've had the pleasure of riding some just really beautiful horses. For instance, this Frisian, which, you know, if you want to look up the type of horse that they are, they're just these big, beautiful, like carriage type horses that would like draw a carriage, and they have these big sort of plumes of fur that come off there. They just look really, really majestic and beautiful. So anyway, that being aside, guys, when you go outside, it allows you to process your brain, you know, which is a great thing, because normally we're sort of just processing things when we go to bed at night, when we sleep. And there's real value to taking conscious time to process your thoughts in a conscious state as opposed to unconscious when we're asleep. And we could go into the depths of where are we when we sleep? Are we really conscious? But that's for a whole other video, so we're not going to cover that here. But I want to touch on the true importance of being outdoors, guys, every single day. If you can possibly be out there, if it's nice weather, to get outside. Because, and I say this a lot, but I'm going to keep on saying it, nature is one of our biggest teachers, and I have honestly and truly learned how to be scared by loud noises. I have no idea what they're building wherever, but wow, that scared the crap out of me. Anyway, wow, sorry guys, that genuinely like startled me to the point where it just wiped whatever I was talking about out of my brain. That was terrifying. It sounded like I don't even know what. Anyway, nature is our greatest teacher, and when I come outside and I take these walks in the morning, or when I'm doing yoga, I'm practicing stretching these crazy poses, you know, trying to put my leg over my like, I don't know what, even just trying to pull one of these or something and, you know, lock my arms. This side for me is super tricky and stiff, you know, it's like, So stretching yourself in these ways, nature can really be this beautiful, like neutral teacher. Because sometimes, tell me if you're the same way, but sometimes when someone tells you something that you know is good for you, but you really don't want to do it, you're like, and you have like real resistance to it, yeah? I'm sure you've been in a situation like that before. But the thing is, if you go out in nature and you can just sort of see these experiences, if that makes sense, like, I don't know, you can see them just out in life. You see them out in the trees, out amongst the animals' relationships, whatever. Nature can teach you the most valuable lessons. So besides the fact that it will benefit your body, it's good for your fresh air to inhale that oxygen. It's good. Your vascular system, guys, is one of the most important things to you right now, especially in these times where we have, you know, whatever virus is floating around. And again, I'm not like questioning that. I'm just saying that one of the best things you can do is to work on your vascular system and your overall body health. And so one of the best things you can do is yoga. But having said that, I took just a simple daily walk for like, you know, probably in the beginning I started with like 15 minutes, 30 minutes when I was a little more pudgy and I was trying harder to lose some of that weight. And now that I'm a little leaner, you know, I probably go for like, dependent on the day and the weather too, of course, because I am in Vermont. So if it's snowing, you know, you can't always go for a nice hour-long walk in the snow unless you have snowshoes or skis or whatever. But the point is, I really enjoy these walks, and I always find something just so beautiful to appreciate about nature. And if I don't find something that's just stunningly beautiful, I usually learn a lesson. And it's just, I love to be in nature because nature is just amazing. For instance, I'm not gonna go away. I'm just gonna bend down. There's ferns. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, so fun fact, right? So this is a fern, which I think you can see just fine. I don't really know. Yeah? Well, anyways, I think you get the idea. You can kind of see it up against my shirt. Ferns are fractals, which is kind of hard to explain. If you don't know what a fractal is, check it out, look it up. We can talk more about them in the future. But basically, if you look at the shape of the fern, how it comes out like this, each individual one of these plumes, and forgive me, I don't actually know the botanical names. I should really look that up. That would be a good subject for a future video, talk about parts of plants and things. But anyway, so there are so many things in nature. See how this looks like a fern in and of itself, and then again, if you were to pick out one of these, that looks like this whole thing. It's hard concept to explain, but basically each single plume looks just like the big one, which you can keep zooming in smaller and zoom out farther, and it'll still look like this, which I just always thought was fantastically cool growing up and just learning about science and the way nature works, like the symmetry of crystals and things. You guys should look into these if you have any interest in any of these natural subjects. In fact, comment down below and let me know if any of those subjects that I mentioned in this video are of interest to you, because I am beyond more than happy to do a video covering any or all of them. Because these are subjects that interest me, and we've dove into a lot of gardening stuff, but we haven't really dove into a lot about me as a person. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to sharing with you all as well, besides the how to stay well, how to stay healthy, what will benefit you type stuff. So I think that's good enough and long enough for today, you guys. It's really, really warm out here, and honestly, I just want to go inside because I've been exercising and sweating, and I need to go shower and do all those good things. And actually, I need to plant up a bunch of like tomato seeds and beans because ya girl's behind. I have beets and, ooh, a butterfly. I have beets and chard and carrots and bush beans, and sweet peas might have got eaten by chipmunks, we'll see. But I've got some things coming along in the garden. Oh, I don't know if I can take you guys with me, we'll find out. But I do have asparagus, which I might be able to show you guys. I don't know how this lighting is going to be, probably pretty terrible. But these are my asparagus. They look like little Christmas trees, which is really, really crazy. Really, really, really crazy, right? So anyway, I have enjoyed sharing my day with you. I'm sorry for taking quite such a long time to speak, but I thought that it was important to address coming outside, being outside, and making sure that every day you spend some time in nature, because it is just absolutely vital for your mental well-being and for your physical well-being to really take care of yourselves, especially in times like these. So with that, it's enough chatter for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Comment down below, let me know what's up with you. But like I said, also let me know if any of the subjects that I mentioned in this video are of specific interest to you, because I'm happy to cover them. And give me a like if you liked this video, or if you think any part of this could help anyone. Feel free to share the video. And subscribe, please, if you haven't already. Woo! And before you fall, I am going to sign out of here. So take care, and namaste, my loves. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.